What's up, guys? Welcome to the Joseph Ryan Martinez podcast. Woo woo! Episode 1. Very first episode, very first guest. He's a comedian, he's an actor, he's an LA veteran. His name is Matt Lewis, and he is definitely in the house. And by in the house, I mean he's at his house because we are practicing social distancing during this quarantine time. But he's going to share with us about getting his car broken into.
I'm sure it wasn't like the cleanest person who broke into my car, because they probably have no you know what I'm saying. It's not like Howie Mandel or some kind of germaphobe. It's
Like they
clearly
came in
somebody
there,
who
ate a meatball sub and then broke into your car. That's what it sounds like.
they farted all over the place probably. And it was probably somebody who was just walking by and pulling on door handles and hit the lottery with this one. So
you know those pre-made Trader Joe meals and like Trader Joe salads?
Yeah.
You ever try to eat one of those in your car? It was like one of those and it just made a mess. That's what my brain. That's what I think of.
I had God. It's basically the highlight of your day now. It's like, oh, what did you eat? Because I would just usually eat anything, and now it's just like,
you're telling me, dude.
Bitch right now.
No, dude. I was like, fuck, I want a pizza today, but I ate. Like I only get one meal a day. I can eat more, but I just feel like.
Are you doing like an intermittent? Are you doing like an intermittent fasting or what's going on?
I am doing that now, but like, dude, even if I wasn't,
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't eat much. It's hot now. I'm up in the valley. It's like 93 over here, dude.
Jeez. Let me see what the temperature is. It was 90, I think, when I was talking to you. But yeah, when I got touched by touched by an angel, I was touched by a hobo. Yeah. And there's not anybody there's not anybody fucking on the streets. 88 right now here. I don't. I was talking to you on the phone, so I somebody runs up from behind me, and he was on a bicycle and like shoves me, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ! I just gotta drink. I've got to drink Clorox now. I've got to burn these clothes. I'm trying to find some Clorox that's the right flavor, maybe some lemon scented strawberry chocolate, something a little Neapolitan. I'm just going
to throw some LaCroix in there, a little LaCroix.
Jesus. I'm not a germaphobe either, but I'm like, it's just these two things, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I saw the look. There was a guy like a normal, because there saw this happen, and he just gave me this look like, oh man, it's like his eyes melted, like, dude, you're gone, you're dead now. You got
that guy saw that.
Yeah, it's like he was watching my execution, and he was just, it was like he was like doing a slow mo, like, like, because he didn't know my name, and I was on the phone with you, so it's not like it's not like he could just go, hey buddy, or anything like that, and I would have just looked at him like he was crazy. Oh, yeah.
So he was the witness.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, exactly. Jesus. Yeah.
So for the audiences that don't know, because I have zero.
Yes. Oh.
But you, Matt, you now you've lived like in the center of pretty much like Hollywood, but like Hollywood, you can live in Hollywood near the hills for a year.
I lived here for a year. It is I'll just say it's like in the middle. It's like there's no way I should be able to afford this apartment. Unfortunately, it's just it's from like 1922, I think it was built. Used to be owned by Charlie Chaplin, and it used to be housing for his studio. And I don't think much has improved in the place since then. It's still got the same plumbing. It's still got the same electrical. Yeah, I moved here for the sole purpose of being near my acting classes, being near auditions, being near comedy clubs, being near Runyon Canyon, so I could go hike and get some exercise. And I was going to give up space. I was going to give up parking. And I didn't mind all that, but now I have nothing.
I have so many questions, dude, because you were the guy that owned a house. You were the Long Beach dude that owned a house. I remember.
Yes. Yeah. You crashed there. Oh yeah. Well, it was a house, but it was in Long Beach.
Yeah, me and Matt were roommates for a stint. It was a perfect amount of time, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, you were like transitioning back in between spots, I think, or something. That was and we had another guy from Chicago there, so it was kind of so you kind of had that going on or whatever. Uh, uh, I think like what either you use his toothbrush or he used yours, and there
I
was
think
like
I
some
used his. We had the same electric
yeah.
toothbrush, and then that was that was a
Yeah,
big old thing.
Adam. Yeah, you guys are both Bears fans, so yeah, you have to be from Chicago to be a Bears fan. Um, let's see
Yeah.
what else. I'm
No, I
trying to think.
remember you called me the one day, and you're like, "Dude, are you anywhere near the house?" And
Yeah.
I was like at LA. I was nowhere near Long Beach. You're like,
Uh huh.
I think I threw like a samosa in the oven and left it there or something, and he forgot to turn it off or something like that.
Yeah. I've done that. I did that a
It
couple
was
times.
like a curry pocket or something. I don't
Yeah. Oh yeah. Indian hot pockets. Yeah, Indian hot
know.
pockets. There's a real name for what they are. Is my favorite thing. I
Not samosa.
they're not samosas. They're called alute something. Uh,
Oh, okay.
I I used to eat the hell out of those things because it was because I would be just sitting and driving because you were an hour and a half away from civilization.
Right.
Um, this is yeah, it's really weird to go from that place to this place because
Okay.
it was ghetto over there, man. It was ghetto. I didn't realize how ghetto it was till I got out of it.
I didn't
Um,
mind it, dude. I didn't mind it.
yeah, no, I mean, we had space, it was nice, and you had like we had off street parking, and that's good, but it, I realized how ghetto that place in Long Beach was whenever I went to I think it was a 7-Eleven or a grocery store over here, and I wanted to buy a bag of chips, and they had regular ass Ruffles here, and I was just like, it wasn't jalapeno flavored, it wasn't just
Like LA
hot,
gets.
yeah, it wasn't like hot Ruffles or jalapeno Ruffles or just 84 different flavors. It was like, oh, people just like some vanilla shit over here. It's just like that's
You
ah.
get the gamut in LA. You get the dynamite. I'm like,
Oh yeah, the
why does it say
options, yeah,
dynamite? What
yeah,
is it? There's like these flavors. You're like, what is it? Like,
yeah,
because
yeah,
I can have Doritos and I
yes,
can have sometimes spicy Doritos
yeah,
and sometimes I like chili cheese Fritos or regular Fritos. But dude, I had that shit like a couple months ago and I
yeah,
wasn't hungry for like 2 days. My
yeah,
body was like, "What is all this seasoning?" And dude, so
yeah,
anyways, when it has lots of red on it,
yeah,
I can eat like a five of them, and my body's like, "Dude, what you do? What is this?"
yeah. One trick I've learned during this whole quarantine lockdown thing, I just eat the shit out of celery because the first week I was shoveling garbage into my mouth.
You
It
and me
was
both. Dude.
jeez, because I was just like, all right, it'll be a week. All right, I get whatever. It's like a holiday. Cool, no problem.
It
I
was
didn't. Re-
cold then too. It was cold. And it was rainy, and it was like time to
oh,
make some chili.
oh, jeez. Yeah. I have a leak. I had my roof leak. The first so when it was the first week, and I was just like, it's not a problem. It rained, and then that happened. I came home at 3 in the morning, uh, and because nobody gave a fuck right then. It was still pre. We still thought we were gonna have St. Patrick's Day. I was just like, no problem. This will work out.
No, I'm straight.
It did. Yeah.
Giving up on
God.
St. Patty's Day.
Cinco de Mayo's gone too.
Well, I'll tell you this, dude. Now that I
Easter.
live in Chicago, I'm not gonna lie. One Chicago brag is like the St. Patty's Day. Well,
Uh-huh.
here,
It's
I've
doing
never.
that. It's doing the microphone
I'm
again.
touching it. Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello.
You're good now. You're good now.
Um,
Every time whenever you adjust it, it's bad.
yeah, I'll figure it out. Power in.
Uh huh.
I will say the St. Patty's Day.
Uh huh. Well, it's
Uh,
like one of the best ones in Chicago,
yeah,
right?
well, Chicago and New York are like I've never really heard of anyone else say this. I'm sure there are like probably
Boston,
Boston. Yeah,
Milwaukee, but yeah, good drinking towns. It's the towns that are good to drink in anyway.
but
Yeah,
I've never seen it. Milwaukee. Chicago has multiple neighborhoods,
yeah. Oh
multiple.
yeah.
Like you're like. There was this one that was on the south side. Have you heard of Beverly?
I I I I've been to the south side of Chicago. I don't know any of the neighborhoods.
Did you go to the
No.
South Side Parade?
No, it wasn't for St. Patrick's Day.
Okay, so you got the downtown thing. That's the Green River. That's like where everyone
Yeah.
takes photos.
Yeah.
Then you've got like right north of downtown, Diversity and da. And then you've got Wrigley.
Yeah,
But
Wrigleyville.
then you have like Wicker Park, and then I'm probably forgetting another one. But you got like those. These are regions.
Yeah.
Where, like everyone's swarming around. Then you got the south side, like Beverly, and you go way south. Like whoa, like you're like fucking south. Like you're on the train for like we're still on the train. and then you get off near White Sox Park, and it's like neighborhoods like your one in Long Beach, but worse.
Yeah.
Like worse than Green Lawns. Then you end up on Green Lawns. You're like whoa. And then
I did a weekend in a place. It's called Alsip.
Alsip is like a little burbish.
Yeah, it was like the end of the train line.
Oh, why'd you get the Alsip? No one goes to Alsip, dude.
There's a comedy club there.
This Castle or something.
No, it was like Chuckles or Giggles or some shit like that. Yeah. Riddles. That was the name of the place.
You know what, Matt? You know what? I'm gonna give you total license here. That side of where you were at, that neck of the woods.
Oh, Long Beach or here?
No, in Chicago.
Yeah.
Is perfect placement for your Swirsky character.
Oh, Bill Swirsky.
He would have lived down there. That's where he would have lived. Yeah, he would have lived.
Oh, the sausage guy. Oh, yeah. He knows where all the good sausage is down there. Oh, yeah.
So you're doing a show at Riddles, is that right?
I did, yeah. I haven't been back since.
You should keep that character going.
Oh, jeez. I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me. That's so silly.
I was in Alsip. We were in Alsip. It was it's where the Union Pacific line ends, I think.
Oh yeah. Traffic gets kind of bad there. You know, you got to go at the right time of day, or good lord, yeah.
But so what you doing? Okay, it's funny. You talk to these guys, and they're like, "Oh, so you do film and camera and stuff? Okay, that's cool." Like that's when I'm at Bears games.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay, so you like it's Hollywood or okay, so you like I was like
you
get those flyers and stuff, huh?
You make the porns, or are you doing like real stuff? What's going on?
I think the women are hot, huh?
Oh yeah. Not like these fat bitches, huh?
Yeah.
Oh geez.
You're like, it ain't worth your time, dude. I'm like, it's way better here.
Yeah.
I talk to a bunch of those guys when I go to Bears games because that's like that's how I met the South Side. Really, some of the main people I know on the South Side. I know like some cool South Side people now. I didn't know shit down there. Because the North Side is essentially all the kids from the burbs, and then and some are closer burbs and some are further out burbs, and then other states. That's all the North Side is. Rarely have you met a person who's like, I lived in Wrigley. I don't know. Yeah, people come and go there.
It's more like transitional. It's where everybody's only there for their 20s. You know,
yeah, it's expensive, dude. It's like because it's kind of like the same thing with LA, but imagine the suburbs are like 20 minutes difference, or they're not. Or 30, because like here you got to go like Tahunga is like I don't know.
Yeah,
I like Tahunga, by the way. I've been there a couple times. I know you were talking about it before.
Yeah, it was. I like that area. But it's still far from. But it was. God, I don't know. I could have got. I was looking at buying a house out there.
It's pretty up there, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's still part of the city of Los Angeles. That's the weird thing. It's not.
Yeah,
like a whole different,
I know.
You still get like LAPD, but it was you feel like you're like the California redwoods, and you can like walk around and you don't hear everything. It's not bad. It was just I didn't realize how sensory overload this place is going to make me, where you just hear.
Well, and we're getting older.
Could you hear that?
Wait, I think I heard. Oh, that was my house.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, did you? I thought we had simultaneous car peelings in different parts.
Yeah, right there again, right?
I live by this T stop, and these guys are gonna fuck it up. I know something's gonna happen. It's weird. Like, I had a part-time gig. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I had a part-time. Do you ever heard of Vivint?
Not familiar.
So Vivint's like ADT, and I was selling cameras for a stint, dude. I was like,
like security stuff.
Yeah, and so like one of the pitches, they like right away. They like, here's an iPad, here's a T-shirt, go sell. Like they want you to just get, it's like sales like that. But you get all these apps. So I'm looking at these apps, and there's an app anyone can get it. It's called Crime Finder or Stop Finder, and like, dude, you just ping it, and then it just says like, oh, like there's these 4 burglars happen like right in your spot crime.
Yeah.
Big plug to Spot Crime on my podcast. This is the spot. Yeah. I'm gonna hashtag them motherfuckers. God damn it. Anyways, you can see this really quick. Spot. It doesn't really matter. Okay, but see, I can see like right.
It's like an interact. You're good.
No. See my house, bro. Look at all that. Look at all those burglars. That fist is an assault. Like right above the street from my house, dude.
It's like happening right now.
No. It's probably happened in the last couple of months. But anyways, sorry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No. Oh, so that was like what you used to. Oh, okay, yeah. So you use that to try to pitch your, security things. You're like,
which is funny. It brought me back by your old house. I went back down to Downey, and I took your line, dude. I took your line.
Well, which way?
Yeah, I'll let you. Hey, man, where are you from? You from Whittier or Downey?
Whittier, Downey, bro. From Downey. Yeah. Downey, bro.
I thought it was Downey Fool.
Downey Fool. Downey Fool.
That's
Downey Fool. There was I used to run around that girl from Downey. Yeah, that was Christian. She was from Downey. Downey Fool.
There's a bunch of women down there, dude. There's a bunch of that's what.
You know who's from Whittier? The Fergie from the Black Eyed Peas.
Oh shit.
That's all. That's the only person. She's the only one that escaped.
I think she's the I don't know, whatever. She's the very Black Pea. Metallica, I think, is from somewhere down there.
Metallica? I thought they were the band.
The band Metallica. You could fact check it if you want.
Oh.
But I could have swore. I could have swore they're like James Hetfield put an ad in a newspaper for a drummer, and then Lars showed up. That's how I heard how those two guys met.
Let's see. Yeah, Downey High School. You are correct. There you go.
It was like it wasn't Downey, fool. It was Downey.
Yeah, I did not know that.
I love Metallica. I shamelessly love Metallica. Like in terms of shout outs to the 80s, to the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, bro.
Metallica was. Have you seen that movie, The Monster or something? Oh man.
Monster.
It's it's like.
What about Eileen Wuornos? The one who like murdered all the guys that Charlize Theron was in? Oh, okay.
No, Metallica. It's the Metallica movie. There's 2 Metallica movies. One is like some kind of monster, and then the other one is this one. It's like a narrative, and they're doing this show in a fucking arena with like this insane arena where it's not like a stage. It's like this long thing in the middle of the arena. So the documentary though is really good because it's all about. I saw it at Sundance. I saw it with the filmmaker and James Hetfield was there. But with James Hetfield, who's like 6'5", by the way, I've seen him. He's like a fucking tall. He's like whoa.
Yeah.
Dude. Him and Lars like bicker like boyfriend and girlfriend in the document. Like it's what's funny about it, you're like whoa, like this is like the singer of Enter Sandman is like I feel like you're not listening to me. Like it's funny. Anyways, that's my plug for those movies.
Oh, right on. That's cool, man.
They're worth watching.
I've been trying not to watch everything. I think I ran out of. I saw the very last thing on Netflix. Everything is over. I'm done.
This is what a question I had prepped for you. So
yes.
I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, outside of basketball, I don't think many people had a lot of attention on Oklahoma. Outside of correct me if I'm wrong, Buffett. What's his name? No, it's Nebraska, isn't it? Omaha, Nebraska. Damn.
Warren Buffett.
Yeah, it's Nebraska. So outside of,
you want to know?
Outside of the this is my poised like podcast question. So outside of the Thunder, the OKC, the Thunder, and probably the college team, football team.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think very many people had their eye on Oklahoma, but now because of Tiger King, which I know a little bit about, I don't know a lot about it.
You haven't watched it?
No, and I know you were watching like 6 weeks ago, or you were like,
oh.
I avoided it on purpose, so I want to be kind of raw about it. And my friend just walked me through it, a little bit of it. But I think you're probably I bet you're probably like a connoisseur.
It was a dumpster fire. It was I had heard of the guy before, Joe Exotic. Am I showing up all right, or am I on that silhouette?
You're good. You're good. You're good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Joel. It was 7 parts. It was like about an hour each episode. It followed basically 3 people, and there was 2 of them that really focused on. Oh, it was so great. And I always like to clarify, my family is from Los Angeles, so they're from Redondo Beach. I was born in Oklahoma. I have no tie to the land or anything like that.
No, okay.
I have zero civic pride. I was born there. I went to school there, but it's not like we weren't like we've been in Oklahoma for 84 generations. No.
I don't think anybody does, dude. I mean, maybe New Yorkers and probably.
Yeah, but yeah. So there, and like that place, Tulsa is a city. We have an airport. We have minor league baseball. We have Vietnamese food.
We got Funyuns.
What?
We got Funyuns. Go on.
So like he was in this little ass town called Wynnewood. It was the kind of place you
say it one more time. You kind of went electric. Say the name of the town again.
Wynnewood.
Say it. What? Like articulate. How do you say that? How do you say that word?
Wynnewood.
Like win. Like I'm winning. Win.
Like Winnie the Pooh.
Wynnewood. Okay, go on.
Wynnewood. It's a town like halfway in between Oklahoma City and Dallas. It's like a place off of the freeway, off the interstate. It's the kind of place you're like, worst case scenario, you stop there, you get gasoline, you piss, and then nobody goes to this place, it just happens to be there, and he has all these billboard signs up there, it's like, hey, come play with tigers, and you got kids. So if you have kids, you're like, all right, cool, this will keep them quiet for a while. And this guy is Joe Exotic. He had like a normal name, but I think he had his name legally changed. He was in his 50s, skinny, gay, party boy, always ran around with 18-year-old boys. He was married to two of them at the same time. It was just the weird. They instead of wearing tuxedos, they wore pink pressed Wrangler shirts for their throuple wedding.
Let me ask you this:
yeah.
Why do you think?
Yes.
Everyone is like hooked into it so tightly.
Oh, it's a crime drama, and there's a crime that goes on. He's got a rivalry with another tiger owner group.
Right.
It's Carol Baskin in Florida, and this woman, she's creepy as fuck. She wore just like tiger print everything, and she had married a millionaire who was into tigers. She had married she was like 20 and he was like 30 years older than her, and it seems like she murdered him and then took over his tiger thing.
Oh, okay. So she's got some shit too.
Oh yeah, well, like he disappeared mysteriously. They never found his body, and the one day that he's out doing that, the police picked her up at 3 a.m. in the morning. She stopped her and did a traffic stop on her at 3 in the morning. She said she was out grocery shopping at 3 in the morning the day her husband disappears, and they never found the body.
But she's in Wynnewood too, or no?
No, she's in Tampa, Florida, and she has a tiger ranch, but she says tigers shouldn't be kept in cages. Right. And she's like, "Oh, this guy in Oklahoma, he's the bad one." And she tries to call PETA on him all the time, and so he's just like, I'm gonna shoot this bitch Carol. This bitch Carol's trying to ruin everything for me. Okay.
So it's like pretty epitome Southern bumpkin.
Well, yeah, like it's just so much weird shit, man. Yeah, it just keeps escalating, and the only people in the documentary that come off normal are the 2 amputees. Everybody else is just like crazy, and it's I think they followed him around for like 3 or 4 years. Okay. So they weren't even trying to make a documentary about him. They were trying to make a documentary about people who own snakes, and these fucking tigers are cute as hell. I understand why people want to take a picture with him and stuff like that. There's like what's one of the things that Shaquille O'Neal. He was like calling a game in Oklahoma City, and he went down to take some pictures with them. And I think he bought some tigers from him, but never took them home or anything like that. It's just crazy creepiness. That was the first thing I ran through on Netflix, and I think it came out at the right time. Joe Exotic, he's a hero. He tried to keep us distracted through this, and he. Go ahead.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
There's a lot of memes and like videos and GIFs.
I agree.
What do you think of all of them?
Oh, what do you mean, like the Joe Exotic ones?
Yeah, I feel like it's beat to death.
You haven't watched it. You haven't watched it.
I know. Yeah. So I think once you see it, you're like, wow, this guy's a human. So yeah. But I was like, everyone, like, okay, but I think it's kind of it's fading out now.
You don't have any right to talk about it.
I agree.
You're not one of the. You're not one. It's. Yeah. I remember.
It's still like.
You'll get it when you get it. It's just like yeah.
All right. Did you post something online? I didn't see. It's when someone posts like 3 things online or 4 things, and then they dress up as him, and I'm like, all right. Anyway,
you'll see. Watch the documentary,
dude.
Right. Yeah. I mean, he is just a reality show. He's a train wreck of a human being. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you can't. I don't know anybody who watched just the first episode of all my friends, and. Okay. Especially during these times when we're, sitting around with our thumbs up our ass, it's just like, thank you, Netflix.
Right.
I watched Ozark. I caught up on that. Have you seen that?
I saw the first episode, and then I didn't like the opening, and I was like, I don't like when he's talking. I know it gets good. I know it's good, but I'm telling you. I didn't like the first opening. I'm picky, dude. I'm a filmmaker. I like it's like once I.
The show wins Emmys. The show wins Emmys.
I know it's a good show. I'm not saying it's not a good. I think it's good. But there's time like. And I know like the plot thickens and there's kind of like different clans of people that are all. But like when someone's telling me how to feel. Like too much, like a film is to do that. A film is supposed to like present different emotions and nervousness and fear and anxiety. But when they're doing it, and in the opening of the first scene, it felt like this is a little too much. Like, anyways, but I got, all right. I'm guilty. Like it's like I got to see that, and then I can.
One of my best friends in comedy. She went to New York Film School. Her favorite director is Kurosawa. The Japanese guy, Kurosawa, is that how you say his name?
Right. He's a legend.
Yeah. She loves Wes Anderson. She can't stop with the Ozark. She's rewatched it twice, the whole most recent season.
You know what I realize I'm a fan of when it comes to the movies is dialogue or like lack thereof. I think that's my favorite thing about Tarantino. And films that are just it's going away is the reason I turn films off. And I'm real picky. I'm like over picky. I'm kind of just painting a target on my face. My friend watched Blow the other day, and I'm like, I can't watch this. Like the Johnny Depp, like the '90s, like everyone likes it. Yeah. But like the dialogue was like, this is.
It was cheesy. Much. It was cheesy.
Yeah, and so I have a very slim, thin, cheesy meter.
Was it Demme? Was it Demme? Jonathan Demme that did that? I think.
I think so.
Ted Demme or Jonathan Demme?
I should know, and I don't know. I flat out don't know. I think you're right. It sounds that, and what's the other? Anyways, there's dialogue. So and that's what's tough about Netflix. Those guys got to cram a lot of plot in a little bit of time, and it does have to be compelling when someone talks. So it's those shows. I am not. I get like what they're doing technically that then leads to this dialogue, but then there's just some. I watched the other day was Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen it recently? Any Indiana Jones?
No, I haven't watched it, rewatched it, or anything like that. Is that on the Disney or what's that? Is that on Disney Pro?
Netflix.
Oh, okay.
All 3 are on. The first 3 are maybe the 4 is there, but I don't know. Anyways,
all right.
So, but the first 2, Raiders of the Lost Ark particularly, is really fun because he's like in the beginning he's just like thinking and looking, but like Harrison Ford is like.
Oh, he's a great actor. He's a great actor.
And he's also like interesting and attractive to look at. Totally, I'll just say it straight as an arrow. I'm just like,
no, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's a good looking guy.
He's just esteemed. Anyways, and I didn't realize it back when I was a kid watching it.
He's the prototype leading man. Yeah.
But he's got a cool a lot of those actors sometimes back then were like had this good annoyance, like where he's annoyed with things. He like plays that well, where he's like, oh, like.
Yeah. Well, yeah, a little bit of comic relief. Yeah.
Yeah, and that disdain, which is also.
Why did it have to be snakes?
Or Han Solo, and he's like.
That was the same guy.
Yeah. Anyways, the first two were really good, but back to my point is that the dialogue in Raiders of the Lost Ark, the first 30, 40 minutes is so good because if mark my fucking words, watch Raiders of the Lost Ark. I will put cash on this. If you took the same plot as the beginning, where first he's looking for the gold statue. The Germans come steal it from him. He Alfred Molina's in it. Have you ever seen? You know who that is? He was in. Remember the scene in Boogie Nights where Jesse's girl, the dude's in the robe.
Oh yeah.
And he's like,
through the fireworks. Yeah,
right.
Chinese. Yeah.
He's Cosmo. That's Alfred Molina. Wait, I'm pretty sure. I don't want to fact check this. Alfred Molina, but it's him as a young, supposed to look like Ecuadorian. If you took that same plot and had someone produce it today, the dialogue would suck dick. I'm sorry. There's no one that except I could call it a few really good directors, but most people for Netflix would make it so we got to get the stones. How are we going to do this? Oh, I see you're not. It would be so much talking and cool. Even if, anyways, watch Raiders of the Lost Ark. The absence of dialogue is wow. This is going away.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Do you like Wes Anderson?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he's pretty good on having a lot of blanks. Just focusing on having not a lot of dialogue. I've noticed in his.
It's great. If you can pull someone who's compelling, he always goes to Bill Murray. And Bill Murray with a twitch of an eyebrow will give you an expression that's
steals the scene.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple people that are actually really good at that.
One you may like, Darjeeling Limited. That was the train one.
I never saw the whole thing. I like the hotel, Budapest Hotel.
Grand Budapest Hotel? Yeah.
The Rushmore, where he does, at the end when he does the play with the over the top,
Miss Saigon,
no child could ever produce that. Me and you couldn't.
Helicopter and explosions and stuff.
There's we could not do the tightrope. Anyway, so that one's one of my. That's probably up there. That's one of the top. That Grand Budapest. Midnight. What's it called? Midnight Cowboy or Midnight something?
No, the romance one, Moonlight Kingdom.
Yeah, that one. That one's the Boy Scouts.
The kids,
he's in the Boy Scouts.
The khaki Scouts. Yes.
He does that in a way that I think he just has a lot of things timed well, and it's a little because his things are actually very you have to be here, you will stand here, you will enter and turn, and it will. If you watch some of the behind the scenes of what he has to do, that's a little. That's on a different plane. Sorry about the noise. Different plane of dialogue. It's he's just really well written and well timed. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. I tend to find I just like people that let people ramble. If you go back and watch
the microphone's doing that again.
That was me touching.
There you go.
Pops up on all the time, probably because I'm a dude. Is the Wolf of Wall Street Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, that whole thing and that he let him improv, and there's a bunch of just kind of Matthew McConaughey sass is so. Do you know any movies like that where you something where you just really like the opening of Inglourious Bastards? With the French, where the French guy comes into his house and he's like, "Can I smoke my pipe? Can I speak English?"
Yeah,
we're
methodical.
We're looking for the Dreyfuses. It's slow and he intimidates the guy.
Yeah,
the fucking dairy farmer.
Yeah.
Anyways, do you have any scenes of movies that are like that for you?
There's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was all of that. Mm-hmm. Like the scene where they go out to the Spawn Ranch. Where it had a real wet. A lot of Tarantino stuff is it feels like a Western. The way the conflict is built up.
The tension,
the tension builds up, and it just Unforgiven with Clint Eastwood. That's the gunfight at the end.
It's been a minute. That's an old one. That's the 90s. It's early 90s.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Remember Young Guns? Emilio Estevez. Fucking.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Who's the Indian
Charlie
dude?
Sheen. Was Charlie Sheen in that?
Yeah, he was in there. But who's the Indian guy?
Lou Diamond Phillips.
Yes.
He's Filipino, but
Is he
yeah,
Filipino?
yeah, he's Filipino. Yeah, everybody thought. I mean, he played was it Stand and Deliver, where he played the Mexican gangster kid,
Oh yeah.
and then he's really Filipino, but
He's like the most attractive gangster
yeah,
back in the day.
yeah. Christian Slater was in the second one. Oh my god, it was so bad. Young Guns too. But yeah, no, I mean that was a western,
Right.
I guess, but it was just like
You were talking about Tarantino and the tension and.
what's
you know, I was gonna say you like watch. I'd love to hear you talk on this. Is you have a unique thing, and other people have actually told me they've experienced it as well, but it's very fun. I give you complete living with you. All the things you pulled up on YouTube. I'm like, Nixon did da 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 da. I'm like, Nixon was at this for 30 years. But is the Super Bowl halftime shows. So you gotta. I'd love to hear your in detail.
Well, first of all, the best one ever. The best. I've been watching them again while I have this downtime. I watched the Michael Jackson one recently.
That was Dallas Cowboys and the Bills, no?
Yeah, in the Rose Bowl. Yeah, where they had the fake Michael Jacksons pop up on the diagonals and no, but I don't know why. I don't know how I got into. I don't know how I got into that. Was halftime shows. I mean, I love sports, but I never really got at the time. I never really understood the theatrics of it, and now I do. It's just like I feel like I missed out on the the high quality production level. The fact that they can turn a football field into a $500,000 stage set in 30 seconds and full of cranes, got all the electric going, have everything going, and somebody just goes out there and rocks for like 12, 13 minutes. But yeah, the best one ever is the Prince in Miami, because he never. It's no.
Which the Bears were there for that one, right?
Don't make this about it.
Wait, is that 2006 for the same Super Bowl?
Bears, Colts. Yeah.
That was the Super Bowl. Okay, go on. Because I think it's Miami. They do Miami. They do like Miami, Houston, and like New Orleans all the time. Go on.
Well, yeah, and it was the only time the Super Bowl had ever had rain. It never rained during a Super Bowl.
Oh no shit.
And I've watched the documentary about it by the NFL Network. They tell Prince, they're like, do you want to try to do this differently? He wakes up the morning and it's never rained at a Super Bowl, and he's like, I'm aware it's raining. And it's just like, well, is there something you want to change or anything? He's like, can you make it rain more? And he just goes out there and just is like, what like, and he they have this big explosion. It's like geared up, and everybody runs in. He brings in the Florida A&M marching band. It's like a HBCU, and they're in neon, and it's just great. It's like I'd never seen one like that. And he closes with "Purple Rain" in the rain, and the last verse he doesn't even sing. He just lets the whole stadium do it, and you could tell he was touched. And I like it whenever I love it whenever. You see it in sports sometimes. You see it sometimes in music where the audience's adoration is at the same level of the performers. Where it's like they both fed off of each other.
Sure.
Obviously the audience usually feeds off of the performer, but you can tell when the performer feeds off of the audience, it was just almost like bowing and thanking them afterwards.
Right.
You rarely you'll see that in sports when they win a championship or something like that, or it's like the last game of the season, or where somebody gets their 3,000th hit or whatever, where they're like, they hit a home run that win the game and they take a bow. I love seeing that kind of thing.
It was like a genuine kind of sentimental.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite. It was around that same time. It was one of my favorite sports games I ever watched. It was a triple overtime game. It was a college basketball game. It was University of Texas and Oklahoma State, and the whole state was shut down because it was during an ice storm. and they had this game on ESPN.
So that's UT, right?
University of Texas, yeah. UT.
Hook 'em horns, and then Oklahoma.
Oklahoma State Cowboys, go Pokes, yeah.
At the orange ones.
Yeah, orange and black. Yeah, that's where I went. And they were both in the top 15, I think. And the game went into triple overtime, and guys kept fouling out. By the time like both teams had like non-scholarship players that because they ran out of players, they had guys that used to just like rebound for the team during practice or out there shooting, and
the bus driver.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
We got to use you, dude. I hired you till 6 p.m., so you're on the clock. Let's go.
the towel guys coming in, and it ends in like with a 3-point shot by like a power forward who never shoots threes, and by the end they're everybody they all just collapsed because and they're just like they were like coming back like it was like a World War II kind of look where they were just like trying to plant the flag at Iwo Jima, but they're like we made it through this.
I'm sorry, who scored?
His name was Mario Bogan. Oklahoma State won it on the last second 3-pointer.
Where were you when this happened?
I was iced in. I was going to go to the game, and I was watching it with my friend, my buddy Brandon, and it was just where you could just see like after the game, these guys couldn't run off the floor. They were just all dog tired. Like usually a game lasts 40 minutes. It went 55 minutes, and it was just I just love seeing somebody leave it all on the floor like that. I lost your audio. Hold on.
Can I hear me?
I can hear you now.
I can hear you.
Yeah. No, you started talking. I hit the space bar and I think I fixed it.
Yeah, I might wrap this up in like 5-10 minutes, but this has been a blast, man.
Absolutely, yeah, excellent.
I'm glad, dude. Do you help me? No, because all these.
I'm your guinea pig. I'm your guinea pig. I'm aware. I know what I am.
That's true. But like, dude, it's been like my room. It's like I don't know, dude. My room's been full of wires. I've been making trips to Walmart.
Doing that shaking there.
I've had to make like several trips to Walmart, like Target, Best Buy, Lowe's. I'm buying stupid components. Anyways, it's been cool though. But again, a big shout out to Paul Antonio because that dude took his fucking precious time.
Yeah.
Like I was making diagrams and shit. I got like cords and he's like, order this one. You don't need that. That's garbage. I kept trying to do it on the cheap. This is a cheap mic. That's probably why.
I don't know if it picks up a lot of stuff. I know that.
Yeah, there's probably like ways for that to be. That's the thing. I'll figure it out. It's all these kinks. You do have to work out so many kinks. Like I remember you were the guy who was like, you can do a podcast from your phone, and you can have an audio podcast.
Yeah.
But this video thing is a whole. Which I will say,
it's more of a
video helps me communicate with you too. Like it helps this flow because I can see you, so I can see our like. I know, right? Anyway, yeah.
I get.
So, what are you? What do you? Let's say they open the doors tomorrow. What do you? What we're all back to work. Which to me, I'm like, fuck. I like being just isolated in my house. But if we go back to business, what are you gonna go? Where's your head going? What are you
living solo right now? It's weird. It's just like I really either want. I realize I would like either a roommate, a girlfriend, or a dog. But I don't want somebody to fill all three roles. I want different people. I don't want to have sex with a dog is what I'm saying. I like to clarify that. Somebody that, throw the ball around, chase.
Just fool around, but not sex. Right.
Well, that makes it sound like I want to put peanut butter on my balls and let the dog lick it off. No,
it's your imagination.
No, yeah, no. You're trying to put words in my mouth. Yeah, you're trying to put peanut butter on my dong.
Hey,
I got
that was your
yes. Yeah, it's no, dude. There was like an SNL sketch about it. Yeah. First night after lockdown, dude. We got to go out, man. With adults only. The bar right next to my place. Shooting gallery. Fish
Sounds
barrel.
like a strip club.
It is. Well, it's the best. It's the best bar. I love it. I love taking people there because they've never seen anything like it.
To me, where you live would be like awesome if you just got here and you're like early to mid 20s. It sounds like.
Oh yeah, if I was like Axl Rose who just got off the bus
But even
from
they're like
Indiana.
a young person who's like, you know what I mean, where you just get to disperse your fucking energy everywhere. The
Oh,
things I used to do in my 20s,
uh-huh.
I'm already ADD, dude. I'm already doing 4 or 5 things. In my 20s, I was like, I was
Yeah.
cooking and I was like,
Yeah.
I was doing 3 things at once all the time, dude. It was nuts, my stupid output back then.
Oh,
And then you're like way more attractive, you know what I mean? You could boom, 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 like
yeah.
close deals when you're like young, dude. You can just smile.
Yeah. Yeah, adults only. This bar over here, it's the best place ever. When you walk in, it's in a strip mall shopping center at Sunset La Brea. It looks like an 80s video store.
Wait, is that where the Burger King is? No.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No,
Behind the
it's
burger
a pizza place, isn't it? Or that's next door.
next door. When you go in there, when you open the door, it looks like a 1980s video store.
Dude, because I perform at Sycamore all the time, dude. That's right across. I go to that plaza to like warm up, unless the fucking Starbucks security guard doesn't like try and peacock me out of there. But
what's going on? You got some beef with the Starbucks guy?
not at all. No, I just
warm
up.
They closed that Starbucks because they too many hobos kept trying to come in and camp out there.
So what I do is when I warm up I don't know if you have a warm up process, but what I like to do is I got to get talking to people and kind of inventing chatter off of nothing. You know what I mean? Quick. I get my brain like, okay, what's your name? Like, so I'll go in front of 7-Eleven neck behind Sycamore and I'll just talk to people. And usually it's
that 7-Eleven is scary too.
Right. Usually there's like a gangster, like, you know, or an old gangster, you know. Ali's got a bunch of an old gangster. Now he's like homeless. And you know, and they'll kind of just hang out there. But I'll just be like, "What's up, man? Hey, those beef jerkies are good." I'll say stupid, like not like, "Oh, you went shopping? Damn, you got your Christmas." I'll just say dumb lines to just like get my brain thinking of things. I'll do it for like 45 minutes. It's sometimes hard to find a crowd over there, so sometimes I therefore go to that plaza where what's the name of the bar?
Adults only.
Adults only is.
Yeah. No, it's
the
like
Starbucks guy will be all like, "What are you doing here? Go on."
Nah, it's they probably think you're a male prostitute.
I'm just standing in front chatting. I'm like, hey.
I'm not saying you are. I'm saying that's what male prostitutes.
I might be. I just wouldn't do it there.
That's what here. Try to warm up.
Right.
That's what male prostitutes do. I'm not saying you're one. I'm saying you're in a high prostitution area. You're a good-looking fella. Most people are there to just.
I go to like Montebello or something. You know what I mean? I go to like a. That's usually where I get some good action. There's like a Flying J's out there. You familiar?
Is that like a truck stop?
Yeah. There's some good real estate over there.
Jesus. All right, brother. I am about to eat some dinner.
What are you making, dude? What's the centerpiece of the day?
I have turkey meatloaf. I'm heating up from Trader Joe's.
Nice.
All my Trader Joe's food, I feel like I earned it now because I stood in line for 40 minutes. You know, I braved the something. I've earned it. I feel accomplished because of it. That's what's going on. I'm just microwaving it, but it's time. It's time. I need to eat. Joe Martinez, thank you very much.
This was a blast, man. I'll sign off and then I'll circle back and let you know. I'm a little nervous because I just hope this is still all recorded well. We'll find out. It's a video file. I'm leaving it up to Zoom, so I don't really know what they chuck out here.
All right, well, let's make it through. We're gonna make it through this.
But I'll post this and I'll let you know. Dude. I'm gonna edit and then this will be good. This was great. I got some good jokes off this, so let's circle back, man. We gotta do some creativity. We gotta do. I have a sketch I want to shoot. I can put you in.
I love podcasts because they help you organize your thoughts in your mind and you get mind material off of it. Absolutely.
I got 2 good jokes. All right, man.
Oh, you got 2? All right.
I hear my one joke. Here, it's really. It's not even a joke, but those Super Bowl Roman letters, like, men don't really know what the fuck those letters mean. Like, it'll be like 3 X's and a V, and a guy's like, I don't even know what number Super Bowl that is, but that was the one that Prince was at. I think that was 25. Anyways, I got to work on it, but that's it.
Okay.
That was more of a premise.
Yeah, fair enough. I agree. All right.
All right, Matt.
Later, baby. I'll look at Joe Martinez.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna. It would be funny if I got up and just started rubbing my balls. Right.